weird to say, but I'm really excited. I'm proud of you guys and everything. And I did.
What?
That's what I do. Sorry.
Hi, slugs. I hope you're all enjoying Drugstore June, which is in theaters now and very exciting. You can now pre-order it on Apple and Amazon, and it'll probably be on video on demand, wherever that stuff happens. But you can pre-order us at drugstorejune.com, and it's been so fun meeting everyone at the screenings and popping in, and I'm so excited. See you guys for this episode.
Hey, Sluggies. I am on the road as usual. Please come see me. You can always get my dates at annieletterman.com/shows, but for time's sake, you can hear them now too. Albuquerque, New Mexico, March 8th and 9th. I'm going to be at the Comedy Store for Annie Wood and Friends, March 19th. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., March 22nd and 23rd. I'm going to be doing the Netflix as a Joke Festival at the Comedy Store, May 9th. And I will be in Jacksonville, Florida at the end of June. And also my dates for Fort Worth got moved as well. So go to annieletterman.com/shows to find out about those. And please come to Annie Wood every Thursday to catch your girl.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/TrashTuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TrashTuesday.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/TrashTuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Do you know that apparently when someone tells you they feel bad about something and then you say, no, but you're very pretty, it actually drops their confidence? This is a study done on children.
Is that why you're hugging the pillow?
And I was like, no, I'm not. No, so apparently if a kid comes and says, I'm the worst kid in the soccer team, and the parent says, no, you're not. Everyone on the team is good. It makes them not trust their own observation of the world, and it drops their confidence even more that someone is not or not validating what they're seeing.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be like, you little
Kalila, half your face is
Thank you. That helps.
And finally the camera will see. I've been seeing that side this whole time.
No, but so apparently you're supposed to say, oh, like, why do you feel that way? Tell me more. And just kind of give them the space to explain why they feel that way and then not validate the bad or good. So they're just like, okay, cool. Like,
this is why if a friend tells you that they think they're fat, what are you supposed to say?
Are they fat?
If they're fat, I tell them they are. I'm honest.
But
there's a lot of ways out.
I mean, I'm just like, you could work out some more. I would want someone to say the same to me. I would, because I don't want to lie to people.
There has to be it has to be prefaced though.
Yeah.
For example, if it's my sister, the way I ask her is, look, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Just give it to me straight. But she's really good about it. She's just like, no, I think that maybe we should start moving a little bit more together.
About you?
But
you're like a when fucking I'm feeling beanpole.
But I think that there's a way to do it. But I don't know, Esther.
But sometimes I think if that's how they feel, then I want to not be like, oh no, you're not. I want to be like, if you feel that, almost like what your sister is like, if you feel that way, how can we make you not feel that way? But it is a weird conversation that comes up in female friendships, I feel like a lot.
But also, I think about it, it's like, okay, so I gained weight over the pandemic and stuff, and then I would see pictures of myself now, and I'm like, Todd, you said nothing? Not that I look bad, I do think that my high self-esteem is actually what keeps me bigger a lot of the times, because I'm like, I do look cute at every weight, but I don't think I look bad, but I'm like, Todd, it was definitely spilling over. I didn't change my outfits.
But do you wish that he would have said something? Or
I don't know that I would have been able to handle it. I think you just have to.
Unsolicited is really hard.
No, he would never unsolicit. He would never unsolicit.
Only if someone asks you. If my friend literally was getting heavy and said, am I getting heavy? I'd say, I mean, I have noticed you gotten a little heavier, but it's no big deal. Do you want to go for walks or something? I wouldn't make him feel bad.
I feel like that's fine.
Yeah. I'm not going to be like, yo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember when I gained a lot of weight, and this woman I was babysitting for was she did something that was really nice. She didn't say no, you didn't, but she was like, you look more adult. Like she found like a positive spin on it.
Yeah.
And I do remember liking that because it is dismissive when someone says, no, you're not, you look great, but you know.
Or they
Yeah, but
lie.
also gaining weight doesn't always make you look worse. So it's like almost like attaching that to, you know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
true. It's kind
Because
of
sometimes you were under, like I definitely don't think I like ever, I didn't feel like I looked better.
Well, the
No,
time
you never
sometimes they're
look
like,
bad.
what I'm talking about, I looked a lot bad.
Really? Did I know you?
No, this
time?
was before I moved out
Okay,
here.
I was gonna say. 'Cause
I've protected you. You've all been protected.
You've always been
You all
small
owe
to
me.
me. It was so funny because when I started dating Tommy, I was 105 pounds.
Tommy who?
My husband, dead idiot.
Tommy Furlan.
When I started, Tommy Furlan, duh. When I started dating him, I was 105 pounds, and now I'm like 125. And so it's like crazy because people are like, "Oh, she got." That's what I was telling you about the boobs because they think I
Yeah.
got breast implants, but I gained literally 20 pounds.
But
'Cause
you've
when you're
always-
happy. I mean, I've always had boobs, but they got bigger. Which when you're happy, you eat.
I mean,
At least I do. When you're in a relationship and you're like happy, you just. At least I do. I'm like, yay, I feel good.
When
I'm
you're in
depressed,
love,
like,
for
yeah, you're in
sure.
love
And I
you-
feel like that's just a natural progression of a human body anyways, is to
Yeah.
not stay stuck in your teen frame. Like
Yeah.
Bobby always says, you're still pretty, you're just bigger.
What?
oh my
Bobby
God,
says
he's
that
so,
to you?
Yeah, and I'm
he's
like,
got such
Bobby,
balls.
who's going through a teen pregnancy all the time.
But then he's like, I'm bigger too. It's fine. I'm like, okay, I can handle that.
girl, you are not bigger. Listen,
But
I
like
haven't-
bigger from when he met me.
doesn't
you
matter.
know?
From when I met, known you since I did Tiger Belly years ago.
That's right.
And I see you now. You're exactly the same. Don't let people get in your
I
head.
will say that finding out your boobs were real was like,
Yeah, I let him feel him before you came in.
it
Esther.
was like,
You can feel him later too.
I've always
just the
known
fact
they
that we're
were-
the same gender is like crazy. Like that we're just going around the world both considered women.
I'm dead.
Her body is.
It's like so, because I just
guys are
was
so
so
nice.
110% sure those had to be fake. Like I was like, there's no way that would happen.
I'm too scared of surgery. People think I've had like tons of plastic surgery, but I've just had like filler in my face and stuff, you know, a lot, but not like I've never been like actually cut open. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm too scared to get put under.
Yeah. Also,
too.
your boobs, like bare too, are like it's not with that weight. There should be different things happening. It's really crazy. It's like I think
called-
the number one
they're
boobs
called
I've ever seen in my
shinners.
life.
You got to see them?
Yeah, I held
we
them.
Both, she
They
popped
held
them
them.
out
I'll let
in
you
the
hold them.
green room.
Do you think it'll make you feel better?
It might make me go into labor.
She's all,
She's giggling. Why are you giggling so much?
That's how we bonded.
Yeah.
A long time ago was our crippling anxiety. And at that time that I met you, I wasn't leaving the house at all. And you were like, I'm not either.
Yeah, it
and
was
then we
really
would just send
hard.
anxiety memes all day long. And I knew, I was like, I think Brittany's the only other person who hasn't left the house in years, I think.
scared.
Scared.
Even getting here, I was like white knuckling the steering wheel, like, you can do it. It's
I met
just
you-
Glendale.
I met you in your house because you were like, I can't go anywhere. And you're like, I can't. The first time I met you was inside you and Tommy Lee's house. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be allowed in here yet.
I'm just like
Are we
hot
supposed to do
Howard
like a
Hughes.
vibe? Are we supposed to do a vibe check before you let me in your mansion?
Now, how are you doing that? Because I remember years ago having a
so
really
bad.
good conversation with you about like, you really don't leave the house. Like,
I
this
don't
is
a lot.
real. You get panic attacks at the grocery store. Like, where are you at with it now? Are you better or?
So like because I had to go on tour and go to all those crazy places like Japan and Australia and all this stuff, and I was freaking out. My therapist actually was the one that was like, you need to go back and do stand up, do the thing that scares you the most, because that's like the scariest thing is like not only leaving the house but then performing in front of a bunch of strangers. So she was like, you need to go do that again. And so a year ago I started doing it again, and I would literally, you guys, feel like my heart was gonna explode before I went on stage. You guys don't get nervous anymore, huh? Because you've been doing it for so long, you don't get nervous at all.
Sometimes I still will have a little jolt of.
But you're not like boom, boom, boom.
No, I don't think so.
So mine's like horrible. And so like I was literally in such a like horrified state, but then I kept doing it. And then it started to make it less and less. And it's called exposure therapy.
Yeah.
So when you keep exposing yourself to something that you're really scared of, eventually you create like a new neural pathway and it makes it less scary. And so then I started doing, I think the years ago, I was driving to the gas station, then driving home, then to the grocery store, then driving home, then doing a podcast and driving home. You know what I mean? And I'll seem like normal when I'm talking to you guys, but like before I get here, I'm like,
I get that 100%.
it's weird, isn't it? Like
even-
when you're around people, you're okay, but then as soon as
Well, that's like my biggest frustration is that telling people that I have anxiety and not having anything to show for.
Yeah.
And like for example, it's like I almost have to stick someone's hand into my sweaty armpit for them to be like, oh, you're actually a mess, because I think that I've done a really good job. My way of coping is to appear the opposite of it, because I think that I don't know, in some weird way, like it almost like it's like an avalanche effect. Like if you look it, you feel it, and then it like triples, quadruples. So I have a very like calm like nature, but I'm dying on the inside. 150 beats a minute. I get fucking feeling. Yeah, it's horrible.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
I do want to validate you both right now and say like it's true. These are like it is hard to believe because you both don't show it. But I know that you struggle with these things. It's like you are so calming and you are like so fun and exciting.
You just bust in.
I'm like I'm about to lose it at any second. I'm like, hey, this could go one way
I
or
love
the
you
other.
on stage. You're so wild on stage.
Psycho. I'm psycho.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm like literally about like to lose my mind. So I'm like, well, we can make this really fun, or like it's scary. And it's weird because like I'll be on vacation in all these places and my husband's like at night, then like, you know, when I'm not filming myself or filming out during the day, I'm like having massive panic attacks. And he's like having to calm me down because I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in a foreign country. I don't know where the hospital is. They don't speak English. Like I start freaking out. It's more like a trapped thing. Do you get that way too? Like if there's not a hospital nearby, I don't feel safe.
I map hospitals, 5 mile radius. I couldn't leave. The first time I ever tried the whole exposure therapy thing was after not leaving the house for almost 2 years. Yeah. When I would go to the grocery store, somehow the lights would sort of make me freeze. And my biggest fear was I would forget who I was. What a dumb thing. It's like, I was like, oh, I'm going to dissociate, forget who I am. So I'd call Jenna and be like, hey, can you pick me up on aisle so-and-so? Because I'm like in a freeze state.
Yeah. The lights fuck me up bad. Do the lights
should drag a leg in and get one of the little cars. That'll make you happier.
A little scooter?
Yeah, have a little scooter. Beep, beep. You can like beep people out of your way. That's the number one experience.
I get dizzy. Like in Target, I can't really go in Target or grocery stores. I get dizzy. The lights make me dizzy.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm so sensitive to light. And then I get the arm tingle first. And I'm like, oh, it's coming on. Yeah, the heart attack.
You think you're going to have a heart attack too?
All the time.
Yeah,
it's pure death.
Yeah, it's scary. That's my biggest fear. I really think I'm going to. It's scary. And I
have a heart attack?
Yeah. I don't want to like scare because my heart is like always beating really
They'll try to give you CPR and your big tits will be in the way. They won't be able to do it.
We can't get around.
We can't get the defibrillator.
Chop them off. Yeah, it's like horrible.
They're like titty fucking you real quick. They can't help it.
How do they do CPR on like really big tittied girls?
I mean, it's like up here more. But yeah, that's true. My tit is kind of in the way.
But when you're lying down, they kind of go a little bit up.
Oh, yeah. They go right up.
Their b***ers are going to fuck you over.
Just go straight to the shock.
Oh, no. It's my biggest fear. And then my biggest fear is also that like, because my husband can't really hear really well because of playing on stage all these years.
Oh my God.
So like sometimes when I am having a panic attack, I'm like, babe, help. And he's sleeping and he's just
I have nightmares like that where you can't like scream loud enough for people to hear you.
Yeah, and so he doesn't like wake up all the time. And so I'm kind of like, what if I was like really having a emergency and he didn't hear me? I'd just be dead.
You need to have like a thing you can push that zaps him.
I need to like tasers.
Some people credit Gary Busey for this quote, but I'm pretty sure it's not Gary Busey who said this, but fear is false evidence appearing real, right?
Yep.
And that's exactly how I would explain anxiety. The lights itself seem like there's a predator coming to eat me, I think. Like,
I mean, they say, what is that other one that they say 99% of the things you worry about don't happen?
Yes, I read that the other day.
True.
Yeah, because my anxiety never comes out in public. It's only at night.
Oh, really?
Like nocturnal panic attacks and stuff?
Do you have panic attacks?
Just at night, yeah.
Really? So what are yours like?
I just wake up sweating and panicking, but I realized recently it's usually very like specific things I'm worrying about that I could just handle. So now before I go to bed, I try to like
Is it racing heart?
Yeah.
And do you take something to calm down?
Mm-mm.
You just relax?
I just get up. I basically like just go on my phone and I try to listen to things and stuff, but yeah, I usually just scroll and or I'll play like a video game or whatever. But
I will say that the phone scroll, which I know is the worst thing, we're not supposed to do it, but when I am in a panic,
it distracts you.
It's like the best. Like it's just like, oh, this will take me out of immediately, and it'll be bright lights. And,
Also, if you have like your emergency contact on your phone, and especially when you're in the thick of panic, you're like, okay, like they're right there. I can call them if I want. That helps.
I will wake my emergency contact up sometimes and be like, We need another clip.
Isn't it
It's always about
Todd?
something so, yeah.
I'm dead.
I'm just like, what I'm panicking about is always something that I can like handle though, which I'm lucky for. I think like I don't have like too many like huge, like I'm not afraid of dying really. I mean, maybe
You're
a little
not?
bit. Not really.
My biggest fear. Is that what yours is too?
No.
Oh.
I think mine has nothing to do with any actual like thoughts. Like I do have pretty grim thoughts, but the hardest part about my anxiety is I cannot explain why. There's no rhyme or reason. I just feel it and it intensely. There's like death and dread, and I don't know why it comes on. It's just spontaneous.
Yeah.
I do. My thing is intrusive thoughts. Like
Yeah.
that's my anxiety. Like I have never been where I'm in public and I freeze and I'm like freaked out. Like I know how you guys get, but it's more just like, a cycle of an intrusive thought is what I'm really working on. But the Lexapro, I went on Lexapro and that was like the right thing for me that really helped. And
I've tried that before.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. But.
I'm off of it now because of the pregnancy, but I still have like the muscle memory of what it's done for me, but I probably will go back on it.
Yeah,
I feel
it's a good
like,
one.
yeah, like I think I've figured out it's like shame. So it'll be like thoughts of like things, I'll be like ruminating about things I already said or already did. And so that I've been trying to just be like, have grace for myself and like trust myself.
But yours is death.
My biggest fear is death. I always just, because I don't feel good almost all the time, I always feel sick and unwell. I don't know why. And I've like gone to a million doctors and they're like, they're like, oh, you have autoimmune. I have an autoimmune disease, but not like anything that would, I don't know. So
Do you
anyway,
have Lyme?
no, I have like this thing with my heart, basically where it just goes into tachycardia out of nowhere.
Oh,
It's
you
called
have that?
post orthosteric
Of course you guys are fucking
tachycardia.
anxious. Wait a second. You're
Postural I don't know how to say the
the stuff
second
with your
word.
heart
It's
is
po-
like,
it's POTS.
POTS,
It's
yeah.
postural,
Postural
yeah. Oh my
orthostatic,
God.
yeah. So I have POTS.
Orthostatic, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
weird.
You have it too. So maybe
So
this
the
is why
cross-eyed
we
girls.
have it. The two cross-eyed girls have POTS. So yeah, so my heart was going into tachycardia out of nowhere, and so they were just putting me on beta blockers, and I was
Same,
like,
yeah.
"There's something more."
No, but I got so I actually have an arrhythmia. So at first they were kind of very dismissive about my
Yeah.
heart stuff, and then I just would not relent. I was like, slap a monitor
yeah,
on
they don't
me.
believe women.
So it was monitor after monitor after monitor. Finally, they were able to find two different abnormal electrical pathways. And so they went in there through like my femoral artery.
did
And so they burned the abnormal tissue. It's called an ablation.
Yeah, an
But I got
ablation.
that maybe like 5 years ago. But it didn't, it maybe cut it down to like 85%, but I still have it.
So do
But
you
POTS
take?
is a bitch. When you get up, do you get dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you take the beta blocker or anything or no?
I do. So pill in pocket. I have it here with me all the time.
Yeah.
So, but, I was listening to Gabor Mate, and he was saying that, the rise of autoimmune illness in women is not a mistake.
Yeah.
It's like we carry the burden of so much, and the physical manifestation of trauma in women is autoimmune illness.
Yeah.
More so in women than men, and it sucks.
Right, because like women will put their needs aside. They're more likely to put their needs aside for others, and that's why. Yeah, I saw that too. That is, I hate that. I think that's real.
It is absolutely
Yeah.
real. There isn't a person in my family that doesn't have some type, like my sister has. So I have POTS. She has lupus.
Oh.
And so she goes through it worse
I didn't know
than
your
me.
sister had lupus.
Yeah,
That's
she has
crazy.
lupus.
Damn.
And she has, when you have one, you typically have
a
more
couple,
than
yeah,
one. So she
yeah.
also has like Ehlers-Danlos and possibly RA, because they all sort of cross over in symptoms. And it's hard to really pinpoint exactly which autoimmune, because it all has the joint pain, like the kidney stuff. So I feel really bad for her. But now I like comparatively, I have it much milder.
But isn't like heart stuff, like I know when my dad had open heart surgery, they were like, be really careful, like be really like, watch your dad a lot, because there's a lot of like depression that comes after when your heart, something happens with your heart. It's like a mistrust with your body kind of.
100%.
That's why I feel so uneasy all the time, is because my heart is like either beating really fast or slow, or it's like never regular. It's either going like boom, 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 or it's just like slow.
Yeah.
It's just, so you just feel kind of uncomfortable all the time. Like it's really bad. And then when I try to exercise, isn't this hard for you? The exercise, like I'll go for a walk up a hill and my heart will be literally hitting so hard. It's like I can like feel it on my breastbone. Like it's horrible.
I think,
yeah.
because
it's
I have
insane.
POTS, I know that feeling. The first 5 minutes of a workout is it's like you're
Insane.
fucking dying.
Yeah, it's
But then I
horrible.
just get over the hump, and then I start to feel better 30, 40 minutes
The
in.
swimmer will
Right.
go before the pots.
But I know that feeling, that first 5
horrible.
minutes
Yeah.
is like your heart is in your throat and
Yeah.
you feel like you're dying.
Now, is this something you guys developed with time, or you always had it?
I started to, maybe I just didn't notice it as a kid. I probably already had it then because that's when the trauma was inflicted. But I've had sweaty palms and like symptoms of anxiety since I was a young kid. But I think the heart stuff, not till I was 20 something.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like really anxious and dizzy, even before I like took medication. When I would like walk around in high school, and I remember the lights would make me really, really dizzy, and I was like, I wonder what that's about. It was so weird, and I mean, my heart has always been racing like my whole life. So I don't know. I don't know when it started for me. I just knew something was wrong because it just gets so fast out of nowhere, and I was like,
Were you
"That's
like at the
so weird."
doctor a lot as a kid?
I'm still at the doctor a lot.
Yeah.
I don't believe them when they're like, "You're fine, your heart's great," and I'm like, "Why does it hurt all the time then?" Like that
Do you
doesn't
think
make
that's
sense
why
to me.
our eyes converged? Is that a trauma
I'm
response?
dead. Roasting us again on our cross-eyed. I know we're just like little. What do we look like? Possums, kind of like, right?
my
Like,
People do
God.
tell me I look like you.
people tell me I look like you, but the ugly
Really?
version of you. They're like, you look like the ugly version of Kalila.
Honestly, that's a really nice compliment.
They do say
I would
that.
kill for that.
I know. I'm like, it's so sweet, you guys. Thank you.
Someone
love you
It was like a
guys.
random person. It was like, she's like, did you staple Brittany Furlan's face onto yours? I'm like, possibly.
Oh, I'm
Same
flattered if I
ratio.
look like you.
Not the titties though.
I'm dead. I'm
A's.
dead. Well, how do you do all the diving shit with anxiety? Because I see you doing these crazy free dives and shit. Like, I would freak the fuck out.
That's the one upside of my childhood is that my parents introduced me to water very early. And it is the one place that is super meditative. You're forced to meditate. You are just holding your breath.
Yeah.
And so you cannot start thinking about all the horrible things in the world or death. You're just very focused and you're on your own breath. So it's forced meditation.
What about
I
sharks?
need that. I need something in my life right now where I can't think about my physical state. Can you teach me how to swim?
Do you feel like very uncomfortable right now?
I do. I don't want to. I keep bringing it back to that, but I think I'm just like I've hit a really hard wall in the later stage of the pregnancy, and I'm like, maybe it's just today and tomorrow will be better.
Yeah,
but like, so Dave has been out of town and he came back for the weekend, and so he was here, and just last night I was sitting on the bed with him and I was like, I'm an egg. I'm literally an egg. I'm
like Humpty
just,
Dumpty?
yes, physically, but also literally, you're just waiting to hatch. You're so vulnerable. It's like disgusting. You're just this egg. You're so like, because I don't know. Just anyone could just come and break you. You have no defense. You feel, it's just, I'm an egg.
Do you feel the baby moving?
I do, which is sweet. That's really cute and fun. But
Okay.
I'm an egg.
Do you
Esther,
think?
Catherine and I really thought you were going to go like sentimental, like I'm in so much pain and it's been so painful, and you were like, I'm an egg.
I don't think I could ever like. Well, I mean, I already can't have kids, but like, I think I couldn't handle like the mental state of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
You're
huh?
not wrong. But
It's a lot.
Do you think Dave coming home gave you like permission to kind of like feel bad?
I've been feeling bad, and it's really the last 2 nights. I don't know. The sleep is just the
sucks.
sleep is just getting, and I am an 8 hours through the night girl. So, and I understand this is like a lot of people deal with, not all of us here, but it's really weighing on me, and I'm an egg.
Oh,
And
babe.
You know what, Esther? You are an egg.
Thank you.
I'm not going to tell you you're not. If you feel like an egg, you're an egg.
But when you think of a pregnant woman, like, don't you think that's accurate?
You're kind of
Yeah.
like a Russian doll egg. You're like an egg with an egg. There's like a lot of eggs. There's several eggs, and there's still eggs. There's still other eggs.
and oh my
too.
God, your baby already has her eggs.
And your baby has eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a dozen of eggs.
And also, I know we were talking about this before, but like, it's like I'm 35 weeks. I'm not showing that much. And I literally think instead of growing out, this
It's
baby
going
is growing
up.
in and up.
Oh my God.
Like she's like a homebody already. She's like clinging in there.
Oh.
And I'm just
That's cute though.
illegal C-section.
That's a cute.
Are you
Tijuana?
ready? You're fucking. Are
Anyone?
you ready to take her out?
Doctor in the house. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how to keep going.
How soon
Yeah.
can you legally get a?
Good question. My doctor said, well, like if you're high risk or like there, a lot of people are in situations where they have to come out like 37-ish, whatever weeks. My doctor was like the earliest that we would do that, like people where they're fully cooked is 39 weeks.
That's when you can get.
And what are you at
induction,
right now?
Yeah.
4 weeks.
What?
You're in 4 weeks. You'll be 39 weeks.
Yeah, but then
Oh.
there's all this controversy that's like, wait till it comes when it's ready.
But also 4 is just 5 weeks. It's like that's so soon. I mean, that's so the same. It's not like relieving you of that much.
right,
time,
it's only 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Are you
anyway.
gonna do natural? Or you're gonna have the C-section.
Oh yeah, we
Oh
haven't
yeah,
talked
what
about
is
this
your
yet.
birth plan?
Okay, so I had that doctor's appointment where I talked to the doctor, and she basically was like, "You're a good candidate for a vaginal birth," which was like great. And
You should have
so
a big fat
She's like,
pussy.
that pussy can pop. Pop that pussy, bitch.
Fucking Grand Canyon down there. Things just gonna fall out. I'm dead. I can't.
I hope they were there for a second before they said it. It wasn't just like an
Right?
immediate look.
Before she even pulled her pants down.
Great candidate. Great.
it was based on how my ultrasound went, I guess, and like the positioning of everything. Because if they're like, oh, it's breech, it's upside down, we
Yeah.
have to do a C-section, whatever. Which I was hoping that they would just tell me it has to be this way. And after that appointment, I just out of anxiety, I had scheduled a scheduled C-section because I was like, I don't want to push. I'm still scared. And then like I thought about it and then I canceled it. And my plan now is to just hope that she comes on her own, go the vaginal route, obviously medication all the way. Like
Epidural,
I'm getting
yeah.
fucking high, dog. Like I
You drink like a Four Loko before you come in. They're like, is she drunk? I'm dead. Just wasted having the baby. I'm fucking dead.
Wait, who's going to be
bro.
in the room? Have you decided?
I think just me and Dave.
Yeah.
Not your
Like-
mom.
No.
You've had enough time with her
Your
to
mom would
decide.
dampen the mood.
I just am
She'd be
like,
taking pictures.
Can I throw that name in the bucket just to be like your nurse advocate?
Well, your
You?
name will be
Yeah.
in there, Kalila. Don't worry. It hasn't worn off.
if you're really volunteering, like you have to wear a sexy nurse's costume though.
no, I'll get one tailor-made with a name and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
I might follow up on this conversation.
What
when we get
hospital are you
closer
gonna
to-
do? No.
I'm going to be at Huntington, Pasadena.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
my
Yeah.
hood.
Nice and classy. Love that.
I'm gonna go vaginal, baby. Go Bears, go vaginal.
Wrong.
What I love about the breaching is I was breech and they were still like, no, we'll just let her inhale pussy juice. They just yanked me out. I came ass first. It was
You
my
were
brother.
breech,
I was breech.
and they
yeah.
delivered you through the vagina.
my brother first, then me. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forget.
They
you're a
don't
twin
do that
all the
anymore.
time.
I was incubator because of it.
My mom was also born vaginally as a breech baby,
Yeah.
but they literally don't do that, and I don't know why. Because there's so many people who.
Well, obviously there were some statistics.
I don't want to like encourage smoking, but my grandma, my dad's mom smoked, and she had him super early, and he was a preemie, and she said he like just fell out. 'cause
Is that
he
where
was
your
so
is that where
small.
your close set eyes came from?
Probably, yeah. But no, he was literally 4 pounds because she smoked, like, and smoking is so bad for the baby. But like, he came out super early.
Well, there you go, Esther.
Yeah, just light him up, dude.
What
Baby's
brand,
like, get me out of here.
What brand do you think Esther should smoke with? Give her
But
Newports,
anyway.
just going hard.
But she was like, yeah, it barely was anything because he was so small.
Oh,
Because like
fuck.
she smoked. He
If it
was
makes
4
you-
pounds.
If it makes you feel any better, Huntington Hospital is where they did a very good job pumping my stomach when I OD'd.
Oh,
So
What
it's-
did you OD on?
I tried to kill myself in high school.
okay, the casual
I know.
delivery.
Yeah, but it was in
Speaking of
Huntington's.
deliveries, this one was quite casual.
My only memory is that I was awake, starting to feel like I felt twitchy, and then I had a couple seizures. And then, anyways, I woke up with a catheter, and I was like, "Excuse me, nurse, I have to pee." She's like, "It's okay, you have a catheter on." So I peed, and the fucking catheter was not on right, so I peed
Oh,
all over my
no.
bed. And then my mom was like leaning her head on my like kind of too close, and she felt just like a cold rush of like fluid.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
she was
that's
like, "Yeah, I don't
cute.
think your catheter is on correctly."
You golden showered your mommy?
I did.
You're like, it's a great hospital. They didn't put my catheter in right. Good luck, Esther. I can't. Wait, I'm so sorry. I didn't even
that's
know that
okay.
about you.
Yeah. Just lots of mentals.
Did they make you go to the hospital after too, the mental hospital?
Yeah. So I've been to BHC twice and then one in Torrance my third time. Like I'm a repeat offender.
Were they
in
like
high
really
school.
horrible? Because the one I went to in Philly was insane. Like,
I mean, I think
insane.
they're all similar in that they give you 1 hour a day where you can play with your contraband. And that's like if your family brings you snacks or whatever, they give you just 1 hour of that. I felt like they tranked a lot of the patients in there, but in BHC, we had everyone from like eating disorders, someone like me who was suicidal, and it was just like a mishmash. But I met some really cool girls there.
You did?
I did.
Wow.
But apparently didn't learn a lot of lessons the first time because it happened a second and then it happened a third. And then on my third time, I ended up dating one of the counselors from that place. So
No
do not
way.
recommend that place.
A guy?
Yeah, grown up.
A guy. I should just say his name. His name I just remember he used to wear a lot of Aeropostale.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And let me tell you, therapy has been one of the most important tools in my life. I don't know if you've noticed, but modern life is not really something that our brains are like prepared or set up for. I'm currently going through a pregnancy that's been really hard on my mental health. I had to go off my Lexapro, which has been a bit of a challenge for me and my emotions. And also there's a lot of relationships in my life that are really important to me. And in order for me to show up in those relationships as my authentic, yet boundaried, yet loving self, all those things, like I need a therapist to give me tools and help me work on that.
Same. I think for me, a lot of things come at me at once, and therapy really helps me sort of figure out what matters to me the most. And if you're thinking about giving therapy a try it with BetterHelp. I think it's very convenient. I love that I don't necessarily, especially on my worst days when I just want to sit in bed and stew and not get up and drive to an office. This is really a convenient way to talk to somebody either through the phone or through video chat, whatever you prefer that day. They have a great journal feature. And I think that therapy is not just for those who are having difficulty currently. It's for everybody.
Maintenance.
It's maintenance.
I also think about myself in my 20s and like if I had something like BetterHelp that would have made it so convenient without dealing with parking and parking tickets and all the traffic and stuff, like I could have started my healing journey a little bit sooner and life could have gotten more successful sooner. So if you are a young person and it's hard out there, BetterHelp, I implore you to give it a try.
It's very easy. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Esther, I know you know this about me. I'm part of a Helix family. Every single person in my family, my sister, my mom, my friends even, every single room in all of our houses are Helix.
I just loaded up my guest room with a Helix twin size mattress. That's right. And I'm getting rave reviews. And honestly, I love it so much and I also like to feel like a child when I sleep, so I will sometimes just sleep in the twin bed for the thrill of it. But I love Helix. I picked the Midnight Luxe option, which is like kind of more, because I knew there'd be multiple people sleeping on it. It kind of more can fit for everyone, but they have a quiz. So you have to take the quiz, like what's going to be the right mattress for you? Do you sleep on your back, your side? And I also think buying mattresses is so complicated and I don't really want to go to a store and like have an awkward retail experience. Like I love just with Helix, you do the quiz, you figure out what's right for you. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, they have a great return policy.
And same. So I am a side sleeper and I run pretty hot when I sleep. So I was matched with a midnight mattress. But I got the option to get the Luxe because it's a little bit more, it's a little thicker and more luxurious.
They have 20 unique mattresses to choose from.
Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress.
Yeah, they just kind of make it the easiest, most seamless way to get a mattress. And that's why I will be a Helix girly forever.
They just understand that everybody is unique and the way we sleep is unique. When I was younger, I used to sleep face down starfish. And Helix has a mattress for face down starfish.
As a pregnant person, I'm very triggered by that right now because I really miss face down starfish. Good news, Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Trash Tuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep, it starts now.
Esther, do you remember spring break?
No, I always had sinus surgery.
Me too. I actually don't remember spring break.
But I want to recreate. I want to create it as an adult for myself.
Rewind it back to the days of chillaxing on the beach and all-day fun with spring break on DraftKings Casino. Play exclusive games like fan fave Rocket. The excitement is endless, the vibes are right, and the cash prizes could be huge.
We love DraftKings. We're pygmy girls.
Look, I lived in Vegas for several years. You know this.
I can't believe I didn't know you in your Vegas era. That hurts.
It's in my blood to love blackjack, roulette.
You think it's in your blood? Girl.
I know it's in your blood. Thanks, Daddy.
Yeah, you guys, we love DraftKings Casino, and new players start playing with just $5 and get 100 back instantly in casino credits. Download the app and use code Trash Tuesday to book your one-way ticket to fun with DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, only void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per opted-in new customer. $5 wager required. Max $100 in casino credits awarded, which require one-time playthrough within 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Restrictions apply.
Have you guys seen the picture of where Brittany grew up? With the faces on the window?
You're from Pennsylvania too.
Where in Pennsylvania were you from?
Like Upper Bucks County, like
Okay,
Percy
yeah.
area. Where were you again?
I was right outside of Northeast Philly.
Yeah, but you're haunted, right? Isn't
Yeah,
Pennsylvania so
it's
haunted?
old. It's like weird. It's old.
Old encrusted Civil
It's
War,
old.
like pre-Civil War.
The Liberty Bell's there. It's old as hell.
That's right.
Old as hell, dude.
That is interesting.
A lot of
That's
haunted.
a different vibe.
But then when you go to Europe, you're like, oh wait, America's like really young. You're
Yeah.
like, this is old as hell. I'm like, that's like haunted. They were haunting our haunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have haunted experiences or not really?
No, but everything is creaky.
Creaky.
Everything's creaky.
And wooden, and everyone has like a
Yes.
stone fireplace.
My Quaker meeting, like the Quaker church, you would sit in silence, but it was like so loud because everything was like so creaky. There was like a fire popping. Everything was always like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy that you were a Quaker, now you're wearing belly shirts?
Yeah, I was always.
what a
I was like a
fucking-
slutty Quaker. I was a slutty Quaker. I
I'm
was a slutty
dead. Yeah, no,
But
the house
Did you
was
ever
crazy.
go to the penitentiary like haunted museum?
No, but I've heard
In
that was
Philly,
wild.
There's like the big Halloween thing is you go to
Horror,
they have like
scary.
the old state penitentiary and
Yeah.
you go and they have the haunted house there. It's pretty cool.
It's wild.
I like being scared though.
Did you ever go to Gravity Hill?
Uh-uh.
So there's a hill in Pennsylvania called Gravity Hill.
That sounds so scary.
This thing is f***ed up. You drive your car up and you're going uphill, and then at some point you stop and you just put your car in neutral, and then your car just keeps going uphill.
That
It's
is
called
not
Gravity
what I
Hill.
was
You guys can look it
expecting.
up.
Also, there was ringing rocks. It was very nice. It was a
mean, it's
valley
like-
with a lot of rocks. You would throw rocks, they'd ring. There was also
Rock-
nice things too.
Rocks and like lakes,
Yeah, there were just
trees,
waterfalls
yeah.
and
ticks,
ticks.
lots of deer ticks.
Good check.
Yeah, it was my house was a new house, but it was built on like old land. So like my dad said like he would find like animal bones in the backyard all the time. And then like,
Animal bones.
yeah, and then one time my neighbor or my friend's mom who grew up in the area, she grew up like in a little bit further from me, and she goes, "This used to be a cemetery when she came to pick me up." Yeah, and my house just had horrible energy growing up, like horrible. Like
Yeah.
my mom had borderline, so that was like very difficult. You know, she was always freaking the out for
Yeah.
no reason, and she wouldn't take medicine. So she was like throwing shit, breaking shit, chasing my dad with knives and shit. She's doing good now though. She's taking
With
medicine
David
now. She's doing
Copperfield,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, the one who left with David Copperfield.
Is she still with David Copperfield?
No, they broke up, but they were married for like 8 years.
Oh,
they
good
stayed
run.
together a while.
How are you guys now?
We're good.
Oh,
so
that's
she's great now.
amazing.
She's like a grandma. My brother had a baby, and like she's so good with the baby. And I'm like, wow, that could have been nice. You know what I mean? Like I see her with the kid.
Yeah.
Like now that she's like, you know, taking medicine and taking care of herself, and she's like so happy, and like her disposition's totally different and just like more calm. And like I'm like, wow, like it's crazy how medicine does really work for the right people.
Did she have you really young?
No, she was like 28,
Okay.
I think, or maybe 32. Yeah, she.
Still sounds young. I think Esther's too young.
Esther, you just
believe
look
you're
like a
doing this.
teenager. You're
I'm
like
the
16 and
youngest
pregnant.
pregnant
Like
person.
you are.
Despite that I will be 36 when delivering.
It's so crazy because you probably walk in the hospital and they're like, "Oh, this poor girl. She probably just graduated high school." Like they
This
probably
poor
feel for
girl.
you. Like
That's
I
true. I
wonder
need
if
to
she's
milk
gonna go to
it.
prom.
they're like, "We need your parents to sign these papers."
They grab her, they wrap her up, they weigh her. They're
Yeah.
like, where's the umbilical cord?
I'm
Oh, wait.
dead.
Is she a
I'm
mother?
dead.
Oh my God,
They
a nurse
swaddle
will
you?
breastfeed me? That would be the dream.
You're like just a little baby having a little baby.
Thank you so much.
But that's the thing, because this is a little baby, but to you, this is a big baby.
I mean, it's a big baby
Yeah.
on a small person.
I don't know what's going on in there, you guys.
It's going to be okay.
Esther.
I don't know.
I saw Esther at her premiere, and I legitimately, she's 8 months pregnant and forgot she was pregnant.
Yeah.
No, you look so
No,
good.
like
From behind you,
I was like, oh
gorgeous.
yeah.
You look
So nice.
so
I know you
pretty.
looked so beautiful.
Thank
You're literally
you.
Lana
It
Del
was
Rey.
really
So
unbelievable.
So
good.
cute.
Wait, the other, just while we're here, the other like 35-week pregnancy update, the thing that a lot of people had always said to me that I didn't believe would happen, that is happening, is I've been so scared of birth this whole time.
I'd be
Obviously,
scared,
like
yeah.
so
Yeah.
scared.
Very.
And this is the week where I'm like, I'm ready. Like I'm not
Yeah.
scared. There is nothing scary about that moment when I get to go to the hospital and get it out.
Yes.
Like I am like,
And have like the reward of it.
if
like
they
a cute
call
baby.
me today, I'd be like, let's go, because I'm miserable and I want it over.
Thank
So
you.
everyone says that will happen. You think it won't, and it is happening, and I'm really psyched about it. Thank you.
Oh my God, how, like, this is such a women-friendly podcast because, like, people get low blood sugar. This
Yeah.
is so nice.
Yeah.
I get
Also-
this way all the time. I usually always carry banana with me. That's so funny.
You know why?
I'm doing good right now,
It's
though.
a heart healthy food.
Well, yeah.
Potassium.
It's natural beta blocker.
It is.
Magnesium, too.
Do you ever feel like when you see your mom, because sometimes this is how I feel, when you see your mom so gentle with her grandkid and seeing her go about things really differently, is there a part of you that aches?
I just ache when I see, like, any mom with their kid anywhere. Like, when I see a mom, like, really caring for her baby and being so loving, or, like, a young daughter who's, like, even 6 and, like, taking her, like, I'm like, wow.
Or when they listen, when
Yeah.
the daughter's like, Mom, and then the mother actually engages and then they have a conversation, it makes me super emotional.
I never got that warmth. I would have done anything
I
for
used
that.
to get really emotional when my mom
Anything.
would go. I go, where are you going, Mom? And she'd go, I'm taking your brother's girlfriend to the art museum. And I go, I'd love to go to the art museum. Oh, neat. Okay.
Oh,
She's good now. They're good now.
Yeah, that's so hard. So yeah, I guess I just like I feel like I grew up like without like a lot of love. I guess I would say like my dad
Yeah, it's
loved me,
hard.
but like when you grow up with a dad that loves you, the dad's like, "Love you, kid." Like they like
Right.
punch you in the face. They're like, "Chip her up, kid." Like when you're sad, they're like smack
Right.
you in the back, like punch you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my mom just wasn't like.
And she wasn't
warm.
able to like regulate her emotions at all or anything like that. Yeah.
No, my mom, like, I mean, it was so sad. It was just like when I was younger. I mean, she would tell me she was going to kill herself all the time, and I'd have to talk her out of it when I was like 6.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And I was like, no,
Damn.
don't. You know, so that like you up. You
Oh
like,
my
just don't
God,
get normal after
yeah.
that. So
That's so vulnerable for you to share. Like, I really appreciate it and respect it. Is it like a lot of therapy? Like, how do you work through that? It's also, I feel, such a rarer perspective of a wound to hear from, because let's face it, like most people, like single mom is very
yeah.
common, but single dad is like,
Single dad's very rare.
I don't hear that.
And for mom to lose full custody in court,
Yeah,
my God.
that's
mom's got to
wild,
be
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, so she was allowed to see us with 2 supervisors.
Wow.
So
Would
that's
you
why I
say
do
there's
that.
any like positives of, because you and your dad are really close, right?
Yeah, we
like,
are. We used to be a lot closer. It's kind of sad because you get older and he's married and has his wife, and I'm married and have my husband. And I do miss my dad. My dad, you know, we'd go to dinner every night together and talk. And, you
my
know, he was so
gosh.
sweet. He did the best he could. You know what I mean? But he's a
Yeah.
dad. You
Yeah.
know, dads don't want to talk about uncomfortable stuff, or if you're sad and he's like, don't cry, it'll just get your paper wet. You know what I mean? Like that's like dads don't really know how to like cope with feelings, you know? Especially my dad. My dad's like never complained about anything emotional or like depression or
That's
anything.
very much a generational
Yeah.
He is
thing
a
too,
generational,
yeah.
hardcore, like Philadelphia raised, like, ah, come on, pull
Right.
yourself up by your bootstraps. I'm like,
Yeah.
Dad, no one even wears bootstraps.
You're like, they
what-
won't let me have bootstraps in the hospital.
Is there an awareness and like a feeling of accountability that you get from your mom where she acknowledges like, oh, okay, that was pretty messed up what I did?
Yeah, she's apologized. Yeah, she has. She has apologized,
That's
and that
great.
means a lot to me. I also know that like I hold a lot of space for her, and I forgive her because she has a very severe mental illness.
Yeah.
You know, like borderline personality disorder is insane.
Yeah.
Like it is a hard mental illness. I don't know if you've ever been around anyone who has it, but like they basically just thrive on chaos, and if they're not medicated or they're not getting help, it's just like a tornado of a person, and it's so hard to be around.
Especially when
and-
you're a child too.
and it's hard to
like-
be someone with it, you know? And for her, like, I can't even imagine how hard that was being her. You know what I mean?
Isn't that so nice that we get to like adulthood and we really do, for the most part, we're able to like look at our parents as just people and like, I don't know. I've found a lot of solace in that too, of just being like, holy shit, like they're just 2 dummies who got a baby.
Yeah.
They were just not that they did anything wrong or stupid or bad, but I'm just like, because I always think about how concept of parenting is like new. Like I think none of us were raised with parented, and I'm like, yeah, that's just how it was. It's not their fault.
Yeah, and we view our parents in a very 2D kind of way.
Yeah.
They're just mom and dad. We don't really offer them more of an identity outside of that. We try not to see them as sexual beings. We try not to see them as like fallible. We try not to see them as like anything outside of their job as parents. And it's not until we get older that, you know, my mom tells me stories and I'm like, oh, you're a whole ass human being with a whole life before you even thought about having me. And I never saw you for that.
Yeah.
I never saw you. I just saw you as my mom who failed me. And that's really like limiting in terms of us trying to like heal together. And when I finally was open to being like, tell me who you are, then it started to kind of move in the right direction.
I know it's cool when you're old enough to like meet your parents, not like as friends, but just like as 2 adults talking. It's like pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I feel really lucky.
to meet them again.
Yeah, and that my parents are like so willing to kind of like go through it with me, and like I went crazy for a little while. Like I was so triggered and so mad at them, and they just let me yell at them, and they didn't really like apologize. It was interesting. They weren't able to like actually say sorry. But then when I stopped needing it, it's like they've really shown up. Like it's like why it's really sweet.
We're
They're
all
still together,
talking
huh?
about mental health. Like our parents, instead of like going to a doctor or getting therapy, they just had kids. Like
Yeah, that's so true.
to like put it off.
To remedy
Like,
the illness.
Yeah, they
Wait, can
didn't
we
have
open
the
this yet?
tools.
Yeah, I know. I
I
wanna
made you
open
guys
these
each
gifts.
And they
necklaces from my
also-
little
I
jewelry
love your
line
thing. You
called
have a jewelry
Lovely. Yeah, it's Lovely
So
Jewelry.
cute.
I made the necklace I'm wearing too.
Wait, I love these
So
little
cute.
stickers.
I
Also,
love
I
the
do want to say, I
cigarettes.
know there's people out there that are not in a place where they're ready
Yeah,
to
that's you,
forgive their
dude.
parents, and I just
And that's okay too.
I
Also,
go-
no
yes.
contact forever is also okay.
absolutely.
Yes, very proud of people that do that.
Lovely.
This is so good.
It smells really good.
Oh my
little
god!
Marlboro. Esther, I
I
was
would
going
have
to give
died
you
if
a
I didn't get
Marlboro,
the
but you're
cigarettes.
pregnant. And I
No,
was like,
I
can't.
love
But I can
Died
send you
if I didn't
one.
get the cigarettes.
You made this?
Yeah.
Brittany,
so
Do you have
cute.
a website? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go
it's a
shopping.
little card. It's like, I sell out pretty fast, but like I just make them at
Duh.
night. It's another thing I've done, like to be off my phone.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
I
I honestly
literally,
think I might
like-
have to break down and read because I'm like, I have to,
You need to
maybe
get
I
off
need to
your
start
phone.
reading.
Yeah,
The
'cause
phone
it-
is just, there's nothing there.
Wait, this is like
'cause you love
incredible.
swimming.
Yeah.
This
Do you
is
love it?
So cute.
You're
Thank
like
you so
talented.
much.
Thanks. I'm
Is
dead.
yours?
Mine is a clamshell.
So
cute.
I made them
I
all
love
for
yours. I
you
love it.
So
guys.
cute. The cigarettes are so funny.
And I can make you whatever you want. I have everything. Like I have every gem. If you're like, I want like, you know, a soda bottle or whatever, I have everything.
This is so cute.
What's the website, Brittany?
It's just that's right there, lovely, right there, the lovely where you see it in the middle. Yeah, on Poshmark. Yeah.
So cute.
I have a question for you
Yeah.
about your dad.
Yeah.
How did he teach you about your period and things of that nature and sex?
Such
like,
a good question.
Oh my God. So it's so funny. Like, literally got my period and I was just bleeding, and my dad just was really quiet, and he just put like every brand of pad and every brand of tampon outside my door of my bedroom.
It's so hard to figure
and
out
said
tampons,
nothing,
though.
and was
It's
just
so
like,
hard to figure out
just,
tampons.
Here you go. Like,
Yeah.
good luck. You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
those were like the hard
Godspeed.
things. Yeah, those were the hard things.
You put the
He did
tampon
his
in your ass.
best. Yeah. I'm like, where does this go? Plug the butt? Is that what I do? Yeah, I suck on it. I'm like,
I
weird.
remember one time my
So
mom
cute.
was out of town and it was just me and my dad, and I had to go to a dance class, and I was like, okay, you have to put my hair up now.
Oh my God, Dad's doing hair.
This is how my dad tried to put my hair up. Like this. He was going like this.
I can't.
I was like, I don't know how to do it, but I know that's not right. Like, so I can't even imagine. That was one night.
My dad, that was like when my first night without my mom there, I had to go to school the next day. And I woke up in the morning and I have super curly hair naturally, like really ringlets. And he had to do my hair for school. And I was like, my mom used to pull my hair back in a ponytail. And so he gets a bunch of gel and like fills it like this high in his hand. He goes, and like slicks my hair
my
back. And I'm
God.
like squeezing my eyes like I have a facelift, and puts it in like the tightest ponytail ever. And like made sure to get all the bumps out. You know what I mean? And then I went to school and I looked like a fucking alien because my hair
God.
was slicked back. But then it became a trend. Like all
I
my
was gonna
friends.
say, I feel
the
like you would look good with that.
No
Yeah.
bumps trend. If you had bumps, you were a loser. So like then everyone started slicking their hair back. We all looked
Yeah.
like we were in the mafia.
Your
just, like,
dad
tight
started
ponytails.
it on accident?
Yeah, because when I go to school, they're like, wow, there's no bumps. It's so smooth.
I
And
feel
was
like that's back on trend now.
Yeah,
right?
no
They're
bumps.
really
I think people
slick
are
back.
scrunching again too. Do you
They
remember the
are.
Aussie scrunch?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Aussie scrunch
kangaroo
bay was
purple spray. I
everything.
Forgot about that.
And you would like plaster this part of your hair down and then scrunch.
Scrunch with
Oh, I'd just be like
mousse?
scrunching.
I want some mousse.
Mousse was fun.
You can't change this.
Is it naturally like this? This is just
Yeah,
a
this
natural.
is-
I love
yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
love that. I
thank
wish I had
you.
hair like that.
What
you
is your
guys-
hair?
Super curly.
Oh, that's
Like
cute.
tight curls. So I like flat
I wanna
iron it
see
and then
that.
curl it again.
Yeah, I
What
don't
a
have.
nightmare.
I don't have curly, but I have wavy and calicky. So it's one side's doing one thing, one's doing the other.
Mine is very weather dependent. Mine's super wavy and humid.
But this is just your hair, natural hair too, right?
yeah, this
Yeah,
is my
you
natural
just look
hair.
great.
But in
These are air
California weather,
dryers,
when it's
these bitches.
dry, it
So
just, like,
lucky the
falls
air
flat.
dryers, dude. I
Yeah.
can't like go in the ocean like on vacation or I come out looking like my husband's like, what the fuck? Like I doesn't dry cute. It's very
The
scary.
downside though is that I'm super lazy with my hair. I'm super low maintenance, and I never quite learned how to do hair well because I've just never really had to. I'm just it dries.
It's
But it
beautiful.
looks so good,
It's like
yeah.
shiny and healthy and like
Thank you.
long. Like it's
similar,
everything.
right?
I don't know anything about hair.
My mom has
So
hair like that.
lucky.
Bitch.
So
it's so
lucky.
annoying. No,
Yeah.
mine's literally like I
Can't get
can't.
wet.
I could never.
No.
Yes, I could never air dry my hair and go out. I'm telling you, I have weird. Yes, I'm telling you, I have weird cowlicks and like shit goes in
Yeah, I
different
could never air dry
directions.
my
It's
hair and go
Your
wild
hair
anywhere.
always looks good.
because I spend a lot of time on it.
It's
Training.
crazy.
I spend a lot of
wow.
time on my hair.
Is it
Esther, when you
straight
take a shower,
naturally
is it
though, or
fine?
curly or what?
It's wavy,
and-
and straight in
and
some
straight.
places.
It's everything.
wild, wild. I have just like a front cowlick right here. I have to like.
no,
blow
I have
dry it
one
down.
Too. I have like a little dent in my head.
I
It's
just
like a
don't think I'll
cowlick.
ever be
Easy
unshallow
maintenance.
enough to not do my hair.
I'm
Like,
I
just
want
whenever I
to
would
see
travel-
this now.
When I would travel and when I was younger, when I would go like backpacking and stuff when I was in my early 20s and a teenager, I would like that was like my sad. I was like no pictures. Look like shit. And it's not like I could just put my hair up either because I have all these like baby like it was
yeah, it would
just
just fly out
it was
everywhere.
there.
I'm dead. I'm the same way. No,
I
I can't do
can't.
no makeup, no hair. Like I can't.
I know, me too.
have to
I love
glue-
makeup
I go
and
full
hair.
face to like the grocery
I know.
store.
I love being camera ready at all times.
Wow.
I do.
I think I do too. I just don't have the energy because of
or the
POTS.
skill.
and you guys don't have to either. Like if I don't
No,
have
I
my
do.
makeup
There's
on,
no
No, there are
way
times
that
where,
that's part of it.
There have been times where
Literally.
Gilbert has like one of my producers on Tiger Belly. We've gone to the grocery store together, and he was like, "Kalila, for the love of God, like do something." Really? Yeah. He's like, I think you're very pretty, but like right now.
They're all
just,
negging
like,
you. Everyone's just being mean
They're
because you're
just.
too pretty.
I feel like
No,
you're
but I
like
believe
too
him.
perfect. No, this is all very wrong. Like you literally don't have to do a thing.
know,
Like you're
you're
one of those
fine.
girls that could be like on an Aveeno commercial. Like
Yeah.
just washes their face with water and it's just like perfect. Just like no.
You guys have both seen me on FaceTime at home. Be real.
Looking great.
It's
yeah,
gets a
I
little
think
bit.
You might have that body dysmorphia.
Well, we had the
stuff.
thing in the beginning where we had to tell you, yes, you're right, you're ugly.
Oh yeah, we have to agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you ugly fucking
You're the
cunt.
ugliest bitch I've ever did see.
Wait, have you guys seen that one TikTok of the Gen Z basically coming down on us millennials for having the Millennial-Core uniform of like the bodysuit and the light colored jeans?
I saw an article about this that like Gen Z's roast because they always like every 6 months they have a new roast for us.
They roast us.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it's gonna happen to you too. Whatever. It's not cool that millennials have a uniform, which like you said, like jeans and a t-shirt. I usually always agree with Gen Z, but I totally do not here because I think it's like the Einstein thing. He wore the same thing every day. It makes your life easier if you're dressing the same. I don't know. I don't agree with
Also,
this.
jeans and shirts is what they're saying?
No, it's a black bodysuit
With jeans?
with jeans.
I don't have
I never
that.
wear that.
That's not my
a
outfit.
bodysuit's way too tight for me. I can't.
I
be
wear
restricted.
bodysuits, but that's always a mistake. It's always just like a crazy Melvin. And I'm just
Same.
Like, "Ugh." My camel toe has a heartbeat. I'm always like, oh.
Is that what you're wearing, Stella?
I feel good about it.
Stella does wear that.
Oh, you are wearing
The
that
only
outfit.
person I know that wears that outfit is Stella.
I cannot do
I don't wear
bodysuits.
that.
It's just
I
too
wear
much
pajamas
stimulus.
every day.
Same.
Like I would be wearing what
You dress
Esther's wearing
very
right now if I
cute.
was not doing this podcast. So
You dress cute.
Thank you.
I think that the idea of a bodysuit is just very confining and painful to me.
Guys, can I just admit what's happening right now? Okay, I wore a shirt. I have a bag of clothes that were clothes that didn't fit me that I was going to get rid of, but hadn't gotten rid of them yet. So I was like, oh, maybe they fit me. So I was like, I want to wear something today that I couldn't wear before because I lost weight. So I grabbed this shirt out and the shirt still doesn't fit me. And my ribs, like I think I've given myself POTS. Like
I
my
think you look
ribs,
so good,
I'm in
dude.
pain though. It's like
Wait, why are you
Stand
in
up and
pain?
show
because
everyone
it's
your body.
it's so tight.
Look at Annie's
Top
fucking.
is so
Annie,
tight.
take that sweater off for
I
1
love your
second.
tan line.
I love that
Annie's
top.
body is bodying.
Damn.
Dude,
Annie.
she
I
looks
worked very hard for it.
amazing. Amazing.
very
Can you
hard.
please do the Playboy stickers?
I want to do the Playboy sticker. I don't know where I have to like order them online.
Annie, you look
But I'm just telling you, this
fucking
doesn't
great.
move, and every time I breathe, it hurts.
Does it have
tits are
ribbing in
big.
it?
Well,
too.
I just have my.
You look like you're about to perform like a pop.
I know.
Yeah, Britney Spears style.
I just had the back. These pants didn't used to fit me, and this shirt didn't. I bought so many things that didn't fit me.
Wait, you guys are all wearing New Balance too.
Yeah.
Dadcore.
I really
it
like
is
those. I
Dadcore.
love Dadcore shoes.
Dad-
Me too.
Hardcore,
Wait,
dude.
where are these
You
pants
started
from? Because
first.
they're so cool.
They're from what is it called?
And they're light
remember.
colored. I could never that's
I
like a
can't wear
skinny
white
girl.
or anything.
That's-
They're
pants,
from what the hell
You
is
have the skinniest legs you could.
No, I don't.
What is
no,
the-
I
Anthropology.
don't.
Girl, I looked at your little tiny bird legs when you were up there doing Drugstore June.
I
Have
hide
you
the
talked about
thighs.
Drugstore
No,
June
you have
already?
little thighs.
I know you guys.
No,
Trust me if you saw the
Esther,
thighs.
your legs are literally two
No,
sticks.
because they were little before, and so what you're seeing is you're thinking that they're like way bigger than they were.
I'll pull my pants off later. Whatever. Like just trust. You gotta
No,
trust.
I saw them in person.
No.
Remember, like 10 years ago, was the uniform?
I'm just putting
was
some
our
chapstick
uniform
on,
the
sorry.
leggings,
Yes.
the flannel,
Yeah.
oh, no, the
Wait, what
leggings
is
or the
it?
green jacket?
Skinny jeans.
Yeah, like
Wait,
the,
which-
army,
green
which
jacket.
time?
the army
So
jacket.
Tom's leggings and a flannel with a long owl necklace.
I didn't do Toms.
I had Tom's.
I had Tom's.
I was anti-Toms.
Whitney always had the green jacket, and it looks so cool. I always like wanted the good green
I
jacket.
had a good green
I
jacket.
did too, yeah.
Wait, that is the uniform.
I just wear Doc Martens. Did anyone else just wear Doc Martens?
Oh, that's cool.
But
I
those
had
are
Doc
like
Martens, yeah.
forever.
Those are
And I
cool
still
now.
have my high school Doc Martens.
Everyone at the Olivia Rodrigo concert is wearing their Doc Martens, so you're
Yep.
ahead.
And I had them back when Doc Martens were soft.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, Doc Martens weren't fucking
Didn't they get bought
hard
by
as
Nike
fuck.
or something now?
I don't know, but now
Are
they're
they
cheap
Nike?
and they're horribly made. And I tried to get white because I was like, oh, I want a white pair, but they don't make them. Like back in the day, they were really soft, like lamb leather that would
Yeah.
like stretch and like was so rad. And I have my pair from high school. I mean, it's the difference now. They almost feel like plastic.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh,
they're
that
supposed to be
sucks.
leather, they're really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck.
That's what they say about Uggs. How we're all like buying fake
Oh,
Uggs.
yeah?
Like
yeah,
the OG
Uggs are shitty now too. Everything sucks.
Everything's-
Sorry.
We just get all negative.
I lost
Everything
my
sucks.
Uggs to a snowstorm. They're not waterproof.
No, they're not.
I knew
are
they
really
weren't, but I
not.
was on mushrooms and I couldn't tell if my feet were wet or not, and they were very wet. They were
weren't waterproof?
extremely wet.
No, it's kind of like shocking. I remember in high school when I got them and you had to like spray them down with
Yeah.
something to make them waterproof, which I would never do
Really?
now, obviously, because we live here. But yeah, they're not.
Holy shit.
So your feet were wet. through the Ugg.
I was soaking wet. I was walking down the street in Santa Fe and I was like, am I making up that my feet are wet? And then I also was like, are the messages from the mushrooms that I need to keep walking and suck it up? Or is the message from the mushrooms that I need to stop the group and stand up for myself and be like, my feet are wet? And I thought it was the first one until my feet were so cold that I was like, I think my feet are wet. And my friend was like, oh my God, your feet are soaking wet. And then she took me to a shoe store and I got boots.
You just got trench
And it was very easy. Yeah, I was just like,
Your
"Ugh."
foot were like green.
They were so wet, all wrinkled.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I came across this like article on facial trustworthiness.
Whoa.
And it basically breaks down different faces and what features make someone trustworthy looking and what don't. I want to know what you guys think. Wait, this is the example?
I say middle guy because the guy who's like, he seems a little low vibe.
Well,
the guy
with the
who's like,
downturned eyes?
yeah, I'm going, you need me too much. Doesn't he look like he's like, help me? I don't
But
want to
who
be a
would you
mama. Who would I fuck? Well, I probably the rapist on the left or on the
On the
right.
right.
Andre the Giant over
I mean,
there.
that guy, yeah, of
I
course.
think middle for sex and for trust.
Yeah.
And then the middle guy would save me. And then the friends, I would have friend zoned that other guy
I like
so
the
hard.
friendly-eyed guy.
I can't stand it.
Really?
That's
He
not a
looks too
drummer,
desperate.
bitch. That's not a drummer.
I'm dead.
That's not a drummer.
I
You
just
really,
like really nice people.
I like nice people
Just
too, but
nice.
look at how he's looking at you like, help me.
I think
this
he
reminds
looks
me,
sweet.
Brittany, I had a boyfriend once that said to me, he goes, I just think you're going to be the one that helps me get my life together. That's that guy.
Ew.
Exactly. I was
That
like,
is so
get your own
ill.
life together, you
Ew.
f***ing loser. Look, he had lesbian moms. It wasn't his
Was
fault.
he younger than you?
He wasn't. He didn't have a dad. He had two moms.
You were his dad?
I was the father figure in his life.
And he was the father.
Finally found you?
The other guy looks like a serial killer to me.
So
I
the
definitely dated the
the
serial
guy with
killers.
the downturned mouth is definitely
How
a
does this
murderer.
apply to girls? Are there examples for girls? The same thing?
You can look it up.
Because I'm pretty sure I have because a U-shaped mouth, so the upturned mouth is what they're saying is trustworthy.
Esther's like, I can't wait to get
I
back
would
in
do
bed.
the one on the left. The one on the left for a girl. I think guys should pick because she looks like she will suck your dick for your attention.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
your love.
angry one doesn't.
She will.
it'll
The
rip your
angry
dick
one's
out of
like,
your body.
you could the ass, but I'm not gonna like it.
A lot of guys will like the angry girl. I
Yeah,
think.
that's true. They like that.
What's up with the men like bitches thing? Do we agree with
Do
that?
you remember that book?
Yes,
Real Men
it
Like
was huge.
Love Bitches.
Are you guys mean
Wait,
to
that
your
was a
guys?
book?
No.
Yeah, I love that book.
I'm tease mean, but not real.
Yeah.
Mean.
No, not mean, not like terribly mean, but I think that there is a level of like you.
You can't be
God.
subservient.
Yeah, I'm not going to be
No.
a subservient little like, oh, I'm like at your beck and call all day.
Do you
like
think you can be too nice?
Yes.
I have been for sure.
Because
which is
oh my
the
God, it's so
problem.
I'm
embarrassing.
like such a like. Maybe it's because I'm like a Virgo, but I'm like so like I love giving gifts, as you guys
Yeah,
can
me
see,
too.
and I love like surprising people and like making their day.
Yeah.
And I like always like I'll go buy my husband his favorite candy or like and just surprise him.
I
or
have
like,
that too, though. I'm not a Virgo. I don't know
and
why.
I'm like such a like gift giver, and I'm like wait, should I be doing this stuff? Like I'm like, am I?
I've
supposed to
overdone
be?
it for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely had a guy where I would like
Spoil them.
like be cleaning his house for him and stuff. I'm like, why am I doing this? And he obviously didn't like me.
I did that too.
But I'd be like cleaning his house, and my house is like, meanwhile, like, you know, there's like, it's a full dumpster fire. And I'm like, well, how could I have time to clean my house? I'm too busy cleaning his. He's stressed out. He needs me to clean. It was like so weird. I'm like, what happened to me?
Yeah,
Well, that's why I'm
embarrassing.
obsessed with Shira 7. Her whole
that
philosophy.
girl.
Yeah,
who's like,
sprinkle.
Yeah,
What is it?
she's kind of hardcore though. I showed Tommy her videos, and he's like, she's a dumb bitch, and I was like,
What are her videos? What does she say?
Basically, I think that, you know, this whole idea of like third world, third wave feminism of like girl boss and doing everything on your own is dead. Her idea is that you cannot attempt to search for equity, equality as a woman when like you're not going to change patriarchy. So instead you game patriarchy. So she's basically like,
find a rich old man,
Yeah.
marry him, and then they go, well, don't you embarrassed to be walking in a restaurant with an old man? And she goes, I'd be more embarrassed walking into a job.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So funny, Annie.
Hilarious.
So
really
She
fucking
goes, sprinkle,
funny.
sprinkle when she's done.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I'm embarrassed that I have to clock into a job. That's embarrassing. Hilarious.
so
She's like, I don't
funny.
care if
It's
I'm with a
so
rich old
funny,
man.
but in a way, it's like she really is like brilliant because
Yeah.
she's just like, no, like he works for me, he worships me, and
Yeah.
that's all.
I
that-
like it. I find it entertaining, and I think like it's good. It's like a good thing to hear, but not take it so literally. But like
Yeah.
I still like it a lot.
Well, there's a lot of different types of people. I feel like we get like caught up in shit where it's like people like get so mad because like, well, I'm not like that. And it's like some women are subservient,
Yeah.
some women aren't, some women are like more alpha. It's like everyone's kind of like in a range,
I
and you
think,
just
like,
find the people you like.
Be who you truly are, that the version of yourself that you're happiest with, and there's a person out there who complements that well.
Well, what's the worst? The worst thing you can do is like try to make the person like you in the beginning because you're not even being your comfortable
genuine.
self, and then
Yeah.
you're like, what if you do trick them, and then you're trapped being like
Also,
this
the
weird version of
mask
yourself.
eventually falls off. Like whatever version you're trying to portray up front, like you're gonna have to drop the act at some point,
Yeah.
and people are gonna know who you really are. So it's like
Yeah.
just be that up
You
front.
need a little bit of an act though in the beginning.
Some.
Yeah. How long have you and your guy been together? A long time.
Yeah, like 11 years.
11
Yeah, and
years.
there's been a lot of changes and growing.
What do you think your
Yeah.
act was in the beginning with him?
I think that's a really good question. I definitely remember, because I don't remember a lot, but I remember going into a separate room to like stuff my face with cookies.
No.
He should have known that part.
I know. And then like,
I'm dead.
yeah, I remember like we were watching TV in his living room and I went in a separate room and did that. And then that's when I was like, this feels weird. And now obviously I can totally stuff my face with cookies in front of him
Yeah.
and it's way better. But that was one thing where I was like, that's dark.
Well, that kind of shows what you were like ashamed of about yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah.
That just remember my first date with Todd when he came over. I bought him like this really crazy cupcake with like all this whipped cream on it, and he was like, "I don't like cupcakes," and I was so betrayed. I was like, "Because I'm obviously now going to eat this cake." I was like, "Guess I have 2 cupcakes," but I was like, "But he doesn't like the dryness of cupcakes." I've just never met anyone in my life that doesn't like all
A
foods.
cupcake.
He just isn't into. And I remember being like,
Has he just
"Oh
not
my
had a
God."
good one? Like, what's his
Yeah,
problem?
cupcakes are
He just doesn't
amazing.
like the dryness, and I'm like, I always bring presents for people. I always
Me
love
too,
presents,
me
like,
too.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't like my. I mean, it's okay. That's part of being a present giver. Sometimes people don't like them. Yeah,
Exactly.
But
And
I thought it would
Kalila,
be-
you're in a new relationship?
I am.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for
I
you.
am.
Are you hiding anything currently? Like, is it still early enough where you have to hide from him, or did you?
No, because all my shit's out there.
Yeah, you. Oh, yeah.
Was he a fan? Kalila, was he a fan?
Oh God, no. No. He's definitely not a fan. Doesn't give a shit like what I do or say, but that's at his fingertips if he
Right.
chooses. What's hard, I think, is that when I first started dating him, like I think some family members did find stuff about me and basically said, "Oh, she's like bad."
Your family?
Oh,
Like,
His family?
and that
Or
really
his
hurt
family?
my feelings.
oh, that
His
sucks.
family.
Oh, no.
But it's not that serious. I mean, for me, it's like, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
As long it's like they're gonna get to know me over time, and that's really all I can do.
And when you're a public figure, it's like, yeah, that's not the real you. And of course, people are going to want to consume it and have takes on it. And it just kind of makes sense. And when they know the real you, they won't feel that way.
Yeah, because I mean, he's a normal, healthy guy.
I think I'm startling to Dave's family,
Really?
in a lot of ways. Like
Yeah.
I know that they love me and I love them, but I could at least see it a
They're
justified.
like, she doesn't eat. This girl, she never eats. She's so
But
dainty.
for some reason, there's always crumbs around her mouth. It's like, I
That's
never
so
see
funny. We
anything.
notice the girl that doesn't eat.
Wow.
Yeah, guys.
Oh my gosh.
She's so delicate.
Delicate little angel flower.
But like
Oh
I
my
just
God.
relate to that where it's like I relate as like I'm like the crazy one that's like on
Yeah.
camera and
Wow.
like they're like these quiet, normal, healthy people.
But that is also a warm feeling. I think that's
Yeah.
the feeling I get with my partner now is that like he really is so normal and so outside of this whole thing.
He's not in entertainment at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. He's
Good.
just like a good, like salt of the earth
nice,
type
yeah.
of person.
He's like a
and it's
farmer.
so grounding. Yeah, no, like pretty
That'd be
close,
rad.
right? Like, and it's so grounding. It's so opposite from this. So it's like the moment I'm back with him, like I don't live here anymore.
Wow.
It's just this whole other peaceful place I get to exist. And it's nice.
Do you
Do you
guys
feel
live
like-
together?
No, we don't.
Do you feel like you and Tommy are like more opposites or similar? Like, what's your guys' dynamic?
I mean, we're similar in so many ways. He's actually really clean and I'm really clean. Like we like a clean house. We're not like messy. Isn't that shocking? I would have expected
Yes.
him to be a fucking nightmare, but he's so clean.
Well,
and-
when you have to bring all your people to see you to your house.
it's crazy. It's like
You're not
Well,
gonna
he's so
leave.
clean and
meticulous because he
orderly.
does the bonsai
and
trees
he does
too,
the
right?
bonsai
Oh,
trees,
it's
so
so
he's like very
cute.
meticulous and into cleanliness and like the only thing that we're different about is that like I have to shower like every day. I'm just like a very like that kind of person. So he's not clean in the sense that like he showers like maybe once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like he hates showering. It's like throwing like a dog in the shower.
Yeah, Todd showers
like
more
it's
than
time.
me.
You know what I mean? Like I hit him with the hose. Like it's kind of crazy, dude. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so
Especially you're
he's, like-
drumming. You're
yeah, like
sweaty.
he's and nasty and covered in dirt and then just like wants to get in bed and I'm like no like I like put him in the shower with the dogs. Like I'm like you guys are all getting a shower. Like that's the only thing, but other than that, like you know, he's actually like really calm and peaceful, sober Tommy, like very calm, very peaceful, very zen. Like last night we watched an 1.5-hour movie on Taoism and like that's like what he's into. Like he's
Yeah.
just like a very zen, like I swear he was like an old like I don't know, Buddha or something in
Was
his past
your-
life.
Was your dad excited when you told him you were dating Tommy?
My whole family thought I was dating Tommy Lee Jones.
That's so
Okay,
funny.
so that happened to us in the office.
Yeah. With me?
Yeah, so
Exactly. Everyone
was it?
assumes Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Katie thought you were dating Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
That's
my
so
aunt was
crazy.
like, I love Men in Black. I was like, wrong wrong one. She's like, I thought he was a little old for you. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm like, no, guys, I'm with the one who
find
has
it
his
cute
wiener
that
pierced.
they would have also accepted Tommy Lee
They
Jones.
did, but they were more excited about Tommy Lee Jones. They're like, he's friends with Will Smith, and I'm like, that's not so cool anymore. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like they literally all thought it was Tommy Lee Jones, and then when I was like, it's Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, they're like, oh, this guy was his ding dong pierced. I'm like,
they're
yeah.
like, are you okay, my dear?
Yeah. It's like they get worried for me. Yeah, but like, you know, like honestly, like sober Tommy is so different. Like, thank God, because I couldn't handle drinking Tommy.
Yeah.
Like, when we got together, he was drinking, and it was strange because I was like, like this is a lot of alcohol, you know, but he seemed like he could handle it. So I was kind of like, that's just rock star life. Like I didn't really understand, you know, I didn't really like understand how bad it was. And then eventually I was like, yeah, he's got to go to rehab.
I feel like you've handled his relapses with a lot of grace too, though. I
yeah.
think you're like,
I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
It's like, and I know he always comes around.
Yeah.
He doesn't like being drunk. He likes being present.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's so hard to be in like a musician and not.
Well, the worst thing is the people around you because there's so many people from his past that try to enable drinking, that will send alcohol to the house, that will
Right.
do things that I'm like, fuck off. Like, you guys are pieces of shit. Like, just people that he used to party with, you know? They just want to keep that guy around. And, you know, they offer him stuff knowing that he's sober and they get wasted around him. And I'm like, you guys are rude. Not that you have to be like not
Yeah.
drinking around people that are sober, but to like be hanging on them with
Right.
your drinks and shit. You guys are dicks. Like
Yeah.
that's just so gross. It's so nasty. Like a hot wine breath. Like get the
Ooh,
from
I
me.
do not like wine breath.
Ugh. Yeah. So there's a lot of that and a lot of pressure from like other people, other, you know, whatever, you know, they're always like, oh, you come on, man, just a beer, like whatever. You're like, shut the up. This person has alcoholism. Like
Right.
that's like giving someone with diabetes, like, you want this giant cake all to yourself? You eat it, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's just horrible.
It's rude.
Yeah. So but he
Yeah.
does really well with it.
Disrespectful.
And, you know, people offer him a drink or something and he'll say, not today.
Yeah.
I'm good, not today. You know, instead of being like, oh, I'm sober.
So he
or
has
whatever.
to put like that whole thing out there. I think a lot of people too, it's like they just like when I quit drinking, my friends were like, oh my God, but we had the best times together. It's just like, I don't know, it like confronts people that are considering
Yeah.
it themselves, you know? So then they're
Yeah.
like, wait, you quit drinking? What does that say about me or whatever? So I don't know.
And then the people that can't have fun without drinking or can't have a conversation without drinking,
Yeah.
you realize real quick who they are.
Something that's really helped me that's really similar to like not today. My dad is a gambling addict and he was in like GA, whatever. He would always say like an addict a person who's in their addiction would say, today's the last day. But if you're in recovery, you would say, I'm just going to get through today.
Today, yep.
So it's like so similar.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. One step at a time. It's pretty crazy, man.
Speaking of, we caught him sneaking out to a casino when my mom was in town, but we could talk about that another time. He's fine though. He's fine. Just a little poker.
Little slip up.
It's nothing. He's okay. He claims.
Wow.
That's so cute that he's still at it a little bit.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
know.
Oh my
mean?
God.
Something
Did he have like a lose your house situation?
Like it was getting there, but it's
Yeah.
not like that now. It's
Yeah.
more just like, and I do actually support his like here and there poker playing. I think it's
fun.
okay. Yeah.
You guys
But
give him like fake money. Like, here, Dad, have fun. It's like all plastic.
It's
He has
just a
no idea.
completely fake casino.
I think
It's
that's a
set up.
really
It's
good
all fake
Monopoly.
actors. That's actually
actors.
That's
yeah.
a great idea.
Wait, that's a really good, I think, way to deter him from gambling altogether is if you're like, you can play, but just with me and mom.
yeah.
He's like, I will never play
No,
again.
he likes that.
Oh, really? He
We
likes
did
it?
that for his 80th birthday. We played poker with him, and he was having so much fun. It was really,
I
it
can't
was
believe your
cute.
dad's 80. He looks great.
Thank
He
you.
really
yeah,
does. I
he's-
saw him at your premiere.
He's up there, but oh, and then when he was in town, like Dave was gone, so someone needed to start his car, so he went and started Dave's car for us, and he's like, I saw some poker chips in Dave's car. Like he gets so jealous and triggered by Dave's poker habits.
Does
We have
Dave
to,
play
like,
poker?
Yeah,
Wow.
I bet he found some chips in your car.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, and Esther's car is just full of Lays. Just everywhere. Hilarious.
Oh my God. Well, Brittany, thank you so much.
Thanks
you
for
were
having
like
me,
the
you
dream
guys.
guest.
I love you guys. I'm so grateful to
Thank
be
you
here. I
for
love
this
all of you
necklace.
so much.
No.
Like I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so proud of you. I know you talked about your movie, but I'm just so
Thank you,
excited.
and thank you for being
but you're
here.
in it.
Like so.
You know, she goes
cool.
back with Robert Schwartzman.
I used
Oh,
to be.
really? Oh, wow.
Robert's put me in like almost all of his movies.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
When we found out
He's
he
so
knew you
sweet.
and
Yeah.
he was pitching you, we were like, duh.
He's the best. Him and his wife,
and
like
you and
they're
Nick
both
have
so
worked
cool.
together.
Yeah, a
lot.
long time ago on
Yeah.
a Simon Rex thing. Like, it's so cool. And it was so cool to see everyone there. Like, I was like, oh my God, just everyone from back in the day. Like,
And you got me one of my first TV jobs.
I did?
Yeah.
Which one?
was it?
Writing on the.
No.
Which one was it?
The one where Prank My Mom.
Oh, Prank My Mom. Yeah. I had you guys. Yeah.
Where like I think you were producing or something.
Yes.
And I was like
On
pretending.
Lifetime.
Yep. I was
Yep.
pretending in one of the sketches that we did, our scenes, whatever you'd call it. Like a girl was pranking her mom, telling her she was dating a Mormon guy, and I was like one of the sister wives. We were like, "Hello." It was, it was really
Dude,
funny.
thanks for making me remember that. My God. I used to do
Thank
all these
you.
prank shows. It was so funny. Such a different time. But that was really fun. I remember Vivica Fox was the host. It was like so random.
Yeah.
Like, girl, you were in Kill Bill. Like, what are you doing here? Like, it was so random. She was just hosting it.
But like early LA days, I feel like you were
Early
always
LA.
calling and hooking everybody up with
I always
gigs.
tried to help everybody all the
Yeah.
time. I still do.
You're-
Yeah, it's fun. It's nice when you're like meet nice people.
Yeah, of course.
Because then
Yeah.
there's like mean people that are like just want to step on you or like not. Like, I can't stand that, dude. Like, oof.
You're also a Vine queen. We love your Vine.
Oh my God.
So
Literally
funny.
superstar.
Brittany, your podcast with the
And
other
TikTok.
Brittany.
Oh yes. Oh, so I started a podcast. This is the worst, which was like takeoff of Worst First, my old podcast,
That's
which you guys did.
right. We've been
Yeah,
on it.
and so This is the Worst is a continuation where basically it's like anything that was the worst. So like, Worst First started usually with Worst First Date. Now we're talking about anything that's the worst, like worst drug trip, worst funeral, worst, haunted experience, worst, sexual experience, everything. So it's really fun. I do it with Brittany Schmidt, and we just started. We did like 5 episodes so far, but it's been going really,
So
really
cute.
well.
And you
Yeah.
guys talk about topical stuff too. I've seen some of the
yeah.
clips. They're really funny.
We talk about everything. Yeah.
I
yeah.
love getting your take on random shit.
Oh,
like
I love
it's
you.
so
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, you guys are great together too.
We have a lot of fun. She's like more like, she's actually more of like the jokey one, and I'm like more of the serious one, which is so strange.
Wait,
Yeah,
you-
she'll crack jokes about anything. I can be
Yeah.
talking about the most like macabre thing, and she'll like make it a joke.
oh my God.
Yeah, she's dark.
But I feel like you're such a silly, always
I'm so
jokester.
silly, but compared to her, she'll like make a joke where it's like you wouldn't put a joke. You know what I mean? Like you're like, whoa, like, it's crazy. No, she's great. She's really fun.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's been really fun.
Well, everyone, check out Brittany's podcast,
Yay.
Worst Firsts.
Yeah, This is the Worst.
This is the worst. Sorry, that's your
That's
old
my
one.
old one. Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. No, it's all good.
This is the worst. Everywhere you listen to and it's on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's on YouTube too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode.
Yay!
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm very grateful. I think these past 3 years have been really incredible. Incredible for my career. I think for all of us, it's been special. And I'm really proud of what we created and all of fans and you guys. I just am really feeling called to start some new projects and sort of streamline my life a little bit. I've just been worn really thin and feel like I'm not showing up anywhere my best. This was like a really scary decision to make and like a very emotional one and not a quick one, but I am like really excited about the future. I'm excited to see what you guys create in my absence, and I'm excited to see whatever comes my way and the projects that I get to focus on and everything. I mean, it's weird to say, but you know, I'm really excited. I'm proud of you guys and everything. And I did obviously get you guys some presents.
What?
That's what I do. I didn't get to wrap them in time, but Kalila's yours is still in this. Yours isn't as good, but
Such a sad
yours,
one.
but it's like yours is just so good.
I love things in Amazon bags.
What is it?
This is a Cudio.
It's a dog leg brace because for all of your future draggy leg dogs.
Oh,
Oh, this is so sweet. Thank you.
And then this is for your goth baby.
oh my God. Oh my God. It's baby Doc
I
Martens.
was
Oh my
biting my
God.
tongue when she brought Doc Martens up. I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
Isn't
These are,
that
by the way,
so
she won't be
cute?
able to fit these till she's
I know.
20.
You can wear them for now.
These are
You can wear them while you deliver.
for sure.
These are
Aren't
so,
they so
funny and
cute?
cute. Thank you, Annie. And obviously, like, it's a crazy situation, like, to be saying goodbye, but like, you know, just what you said, it's like, I am so grateful for what we've all done the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I think it's like literally just magical, and millions of people start podcasts. You have no idea what's going to happen. And the fact that we've been able to do so much and impact so many people and have so much in common. And then all of us have so much not in common.
Yeah.
It's just been really fun. And we support you, like, in whatever endeavors you do. We'll be rooting for you and we'll be here. And I think it's really exciting. I love, like, you know, obviously we're sad to lose you, but like, I love when someone wants to make a life change. Like,
Yeah, a hard pivot is something that I've been raving about. I think that things are not made to last. If you stick to doing just one thing forever, you're not necessarily like growing and reaching like your optimal self. We support you. I know this wasn't easy, but also it's like, this is 3 years of amazing content.
Yeah.
And so it's
hell
like,
yeah.
like there,
No, I'm
that's
really-
nothing to scoff at. That's like, you know, and things just move in different directions. Esther is having a baby, a lot of big changes this year.
She just found out.
Boy, what did you say?
You're
bitch?
pregnant, bitch. I know for myself, it is going to be a very, very different year for me. More to come on that.
You have
and
an exciting
I think,
baby of sorts.
yeah, and I think that
Her
it's
business.
okay
Yeah.
for. I think it's okay. Like, change is okay. People moving on is okay, and we fully support you. And thank you for doing this with us for 3 years.
Yeah.
And you know, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that you find fulfillment and peace and all the things that, you know, you've always set out to do in this life. And yeah, Annie, congrats to us for doing this for 3 years. I think that's amazing.
I think this is like a happy,
Yeah.
cool thing. And like, I'm like, oh, I'll see you less, but you know me, like, I'm a fan. I'll be watching what you do. So that's a great thing about having friends who are podcasters. You can just like consume their
Yeah.
entertainment and you feel like you're hanging out and you can press pause and then return. So
And I'm really very proud of you for sorry.
oh no.
Like, I think one of the things that's like really amazing about you is something that I kind of like lack is that you're able to do like a lot of things at once. And I really like can't, you know, like you were able to do this whole movie and we have like multiple businesses, you know, and it's like, it's just, I'm really like, I've been just really worn thin.
But Annie, listen, like, I'm kind of similar to you in that I've always been, I have to really allocate my energy wisely, or else I'm just not the best version anywhere.
Yeah, I just
And
feel
if
like
that's
I'm
how
like
you
dropping
feel,
the ball like everywhere I go.
If you feel burnt out, if you feel like you just need to take a step back, reconfigure whatever it is that you need to reconfigure, I think that's the nicest thing you can do for yourself in the moment.
And I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to see like everything that comes from this. I think a shakeup is always good. I think it's like scary because this has been really like a comfort and like knowing and like, you know, it's just something really like known, and especially with the new producers and everything, it's been really incredible. But I just have to like be able to focus. I'm like really excited to like be able to focus on my special and some of the projects I've been working on.
That's huge.
I'm like really excited.
No, we
That's
want you to go.
important.
We want you to go fly. We want you to spread your wings, however you want to spread your wings. And we're just thankful that we've been able to do this for this long.
Yeah, it's been really
Don't
fun,
forget that
especially.
I did a podcast with Rick Glassman for like 14 episodes. So this is a really big deal.
This is
It was
very
good,
much.
though.
And one thing that I would think applies here, it's like, I'm so proud of Rick and I for starting that, and then also for deciding to stop
Yeah.
it. Like I'm just very much like, the second something isn't right or, whatever, I'm just repeating myself, but we're like, I think this is really cool. I think this
it's
is
going to
really
be
cool.
awesome.
And we don't want you guys to check out, obviously. Like there are going to be a lot of changes along the way, but we hope that you stay for the ride, and we hope you stay for those changes because it's going to be an incredible year for all of us.
Yeah.
And
obviously, we've been aware of this for a few weeks now. And so we've all here been like talking and planning. And so we're really excited. We're excited to see what Annie does, and we're excited for what we're planning. And like, you guys are still slugs, okay?
Yeah,
You're still our
everything
slugs.
is good. Everything's
Yeah.
exciting. It's like, I think it's like important to take risks and
Yes.
leave. Yeah.
Yes.
And to change things. And you guys can always see me on Thursdays on Annie Wood, my solo podcast.
we support you, and thank you, and like fucking go kill it. Go crush it.
Yeah, you guys too. I had a dream that you were also pregnant, and I was actually pissed. I was like, guys, I feel like you're putting pressure on me.
You guys are wrong about the one lazy eye.
Maybe one eye is parking and the other one is straight. I'll be the hemorrhoid girl. Yeah, I'll be the last call at a bar. I would lose my mind. I would be like, shots! I am becoming like weirdly attracted to you. Something's happening. I'm like friend crushing. I'm like, I'm trying. I'm calling her. I'm like, I will give the best gummy
Annie,
blowjobs
stop.
to strangers to
My
stay in
mom
first
watches
class.
this.
He versus poop. That's this episode, guys. Cute, Esther.
But like, does touching it do anything for you? Like, are you?
So like smooth and cute.